How's it going, everybody? Been a couple months since I've made a video. I don't have very many cards to show off since my last video, and shockingly, not a single one of them is Clay Matthews. I haven't picked up anything of him in quite some time because at this point I am very, very picky on what I pick up, and almost everything I want is like old one-on-ones and stuff I've just never seen. But I have picked up 2 baseball cards since the last time I made a video. All this stuff has already been seen on Facebook and Instagram, but I wanted to make a video. So here we are. Up first, I picked this card up because this guy, when I was growing up, was one of the big stars of baseball and had a hell of a career. Not a Hall of Famer, but guy was an absolute stud. One of the smoothest, prettiest swings in baseball, and it's not shocking that it's from a lefty. But nowadays, you can find him on the Deuces Wild podcast with Eric Burns, and it is so freaking hilarious listening to that podcast. His stories are awesome, and his reactions, he's super excitable, and I love to see it. And mix that with Burnsy. Anybody that watched Burnsy on the MLB Network and then saw how he played baseball, I mean, he ran around with hair on fire. But anywho, this card is perfect. Has one of my favorite things, and anytime you can get an inscription like this on a card, it's very cool in my opinion. Something that you would always like to try to get into your collection. But from 2020 Topps Definitive Collection, we've got an autograph of Will the Thrill Clark. Definitive is a very expensive product that Topps puts out, one of the higher end baseball products. A lot of neat embossing and everything, but leave great spots for signatures. And even though this isn't a nickname card, we've got a nickname inscription there of Will the Thrill Clark. And I encourage anybody that's a fan of baseball, and they talk about other sports as well. It's the No Filter Network, but the Deuces Wild podcast with old Will Clark and Eric Burns is so much fun, and super happy to get this card of him. Up next, I mean, some of these cards I've had for, well, I think the last time I made a video was well over 2 months ago. But this card I got, it is truly beautiful in person. I love the photo. I love the color of the parallel, and the autograph is perfect. This is from, what year is this? Is it 2013 maybe? Let's see, I have to get it out of the case. Yes, 2013 Topps 5-Star Baseball. We've got the silver signatures, blue parallel of Mr. Henry Aaron. And that card, that blue is so deep. Beautiful full signature, or 3 out of 25. And like I said, I absolutely love that picture of Hank. So, one of the biggest legends in American sports. So, had to have an autograph of him, and this one I was able to get at a very nice price, and happy to have that name off my list of players to get. So the baseball list is probably about a dozen or so names, I would guess. I haven't actually written them down. I just have certain searches I do, but got 2 of them done. Now for the football pickups. There's 4 of them. Up first goes along with the background piece here. You've got a dual signed mini helmet of Brett Favre and Ron Wolf, who inscribed it GM 92/01. Ron Wolf is responsible for bringing Brett Favre to the Green Bay Packers and telling management, hey, we need to make the trade for this kid. And this card, he has 2 certified pack pulled autographs, this being one of them. But absolutely love it. I wanted one of these for a very long time. They're not easy to find. But from 2015, Panini, the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2015 on-card autograph, Mr. Ron Wolf. If not for Ron Wolf, I may not be a Packers fan because Brett Favre was the reason I became a football fan and a Packers fan. And he was responsible for getting him from Atlanta. So, love Ron Wolf, architect of that Super Bowl XLV team. Or not the Super Bowl XLV team, but the back-to-back Super Bowl teams. And unfortunately went 1-1. Won the first one against the Patriots, lost against the Broncos. But, yeah, Ron Wolf, awesome human being. And really happy to have it pair with that helmet. Up next, fall Ron Wolf with Mr. Brett Favre. This is from 2020. Panini Flawless Football. This is the Flawless Achievements gold rainbow foil. The achievements for this beautiful card, numbered 8 out of 10, on card, blue autograph, very shiny foil. But you can see down there, 297 consecutive starts. This is the Iron Man card. Really neat card there. I think in one of my previous videos, I showed the flawless game use patch autograph I've got of Favre. I ended up moving that card because I would rather have this. I have plenty of other, I shouldn't say plenty, but I have other Favre game use patch autographs. But I would rather have this because it celebrates that. It's for a specific achievement. So, happy to have this flawless Favre. And you can see that card is a stunner. And then it talks on the back about his streak. So, yeah. Absolutely love that card. Up next, again, this guy, awesome, important player for our team, for that Super Bowl XLV team. This guy was the anchor in the middle. This right here is one of his best rookie cards. And, I mean, one of his best cards ever, period. But this guy also currently does podcasts. He's with the Pat McAfee Show. Mr. AJ Hawk. This is a 2006. Yeah, that was his rookie year. 2006 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection. This is the Ultimate Signature logo patch. 1 of 1 rookie card auto, on card autograph, logo shield. Mr. AJ Hawk. And this guy is an absolute menace on that show. He is so funny, and he is a crazy person. Love it. But yeah, this card, I missed this card the first time it went up on eBay, and it went on bids, and it went for a substantial amount of money, and apparently didn't get paid for because it got relisted, and that's how I had found it. And I knew when I saw it, and Joey showed it to me. I was like, this is one I've got to go after. Love AJ Hawk. So I put in a very large bid in order to win this, and actually won it for nearly $200 less than the first time it auctioned off. So super thrilled about that. This is the best AJ Hawk I could possibly have in my collection. I am thrilled to own this card. But there's the 101 there on his arm. There you go. The only thing that could have made this card better, and I'm really surprised they didn't have it, was any kind of hollow foil. I figured the 101s would be hollow foil on Ultimate Collection, but this year they were not. But yeah, that's about as much as you could possibly hope for an AJ Hawk card. And then lastly, this was a big full card checked off my want list. Something I wanted in my collection was an Aaron Rodgers game used patch autograph. And on card, I mean, obviously would be the preference, but I wasn't super hung up on that. But this card popped up, and it was everything I was looking for. It's on card, it's game used, the foil is awesome, and it's from my favorite Panini product. And this is from 2016 Panini Impeccable, and this is the Elegance patch autographs. You see all that beautiful foil when the light hits it. On card autograph numbered 1 out of 5. There's your game worn. Got my case scratched up. But yeah. This card, holy cow. This one, I got both of these within a week of each other. It was a crazy run of cards. This one costs pretty much the same as this one, but for some reason this did not have to go through eBay authentication, and this one did. I don't know how they determine those things sometimes, but yeah, this right here is like the perfect patch autograph that I would want for Rodgers. I love Impeccable. I have the Clay Matthews from this set, so really cool to pair it up with that. I wish Favre was in this set, but he is not. That is the goal that I have set from trying to find is I want a Brett Favre Impeccable patch autograph game used. And he only has them in 1 year, and I think between all the parallels, it's like a print run of like 15. And I haven't seen one in years. So I'm going to have to be very patient in order to find one. I don't even know anybody that has one. Even in all the Packers fans and collectors that I know, nobody's got one. Otherwise, I would be hounding them on a regular basis trying to get them to move it to me. But yeah, this was such a great card to find, and the seller worked with me. I was very happy with it. He had it as an auction with a buy it now option on it. And as you know, the buy it now option goes away as soon as somebody makes a bid. So I reached out to the seller and said, hey, I'm very interested in this card. I can't pay the buy it now you have on it, but if you lower that buy it now to this price, I'll hit it and buy it right now. And they agreed to do that, and changed it, and immediately let me know that they changed it. That way I could hit it before somebody threw a bid or purchased it themselves. And yeah, so I am pumped to have that one. That's a major card in the collection, because Rodgers, he hasn't had game used stuff since 2016, 2017. I think it's somewhere in that range. He quit having game used cards and products. So limited on what I can find. I mean, he has a lot of stuff out there, a lot of sticker stuff from National Treasures, and I think he has one more year. He has one more year of Impeccable where he has patch autographs, but it's a horizontal card, which is not as appealing as this one is. Yeah, I rambled on long enough. Like I said, not a whole lot of cards, but as you can see, I've kind of gone with a lot of quality over quantity lately. And that's just because I'm being very picky on what I pick up, because I only have so much money, and I want to I want to wait for the cards that I really want, as opposed to buying some stuff and then be like, well, it's not really what I wanted, and then having to turn around and figure out a way to move it in order to pick up what I do. So I figure it's just easier to wait for what I want and get it then. So anywho, hope everybody's doing well. My Packers are bad. Currently sitting at 2-3. Had a bye this week. My preference would be to go 2-15 and get a very good draft pick next year. I think that's what I would like to happen, because they're not good enough to even sniff the playoffs. So I would hate for them to lose, win like a handful of games, or like go 7-10 and then be picking in the middle of the first. That does nothing to help them. Just play decent, but don't. The team's just not good enough to win or do anything to even get close to the playoffs. So let's try to get a top 5 pick and see what Jordan Love looks like at the end of the year. See if he's going to be the guy or not moving forward. I don't know. I don't know what he is, and we won't know. It's just, he's like any other player. Rodgers was not good his first year as starter. So it was crazy to think that Jordan Love would be anything other than really good sometimes and really bad others. And right now in that division, it's all about the Lions. That team is very good, and they're very good on both sides of the ball, and they're going to beat up on the division this year. There's no doubt about that. The Bears still suck. The Vikings suck hard, and the Packers suck hard as well. So the Lions will have a very smooth sail to first place in the division, and excuse me. You got to give it, and how could you not be a fan of Dan Campbell? That guy's awesome. I love that. I wish he was our coach. I'm not a big Matt LaFleur guy. I think that I don't think he's a very good play caller, whether that's just because we don't have the talent there to do anything. But I even thought that with Rodgers, the offense just wasn't super explosive or even clever. It seemed like you knew what they were going to do all the time, and Rodgers just was good enough to overcome those deficiencies. So I'm kind of hoping in the offseason we move on from our, at the very least, got to get rid of Joe Barry, a defensive coordinator. That guy's terrible. He's been terrible everywhere he was. Every defense he was a part of coaching finished like 28th or worse. I don't understand why he was hired to run the Packers defense. Well, it was because he's buddies with LaFleur. But I would like to think that their poor performances would result in them not being there next year. But we'll see. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I shouldn't take 19 minutes to show 6 cards. But anyway, enjoy the rest of playoff baseball. I'm hoping for a Rangers, and I think Rangers Phillies. I'm not a fan of Phillies sports fans. They're fairly obnoxious, but I think that team is really fun. I like the pitching, and Bryce Harper can flat out dominate in the playoffs. It's cool to see. So I'm hoping for Phillies and Rangers. I think it'll be a slugfest. Both teams have good pitching. I think that's the matchup I want to see. But that's it. I'm going to turn this off. You all take care, and I will talk to you later. Later.